Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Gas Station Simulator. This game is developed by Drago Entertainment, published by MD Games, and releases on October 20th, 2022 for a price of $19.99. At the time of recording this, it is on sale, so you might still be able to save a couple bucks. So yeah, let's dive into Gas Station Simulator. What is this game? Simply, it's a simulation game, but it's a simulation game that honestly is done extremely well. What you're going to see right now is some gameplay of me kind of playing a little more advanced. I've got about, 15, 20 hours into the game so far. And if you want to see a little earlier take of some of the ways the game starts out, we already have an early preview up on the channel, so you can take a look at that to kind of see how things look in the game at the beginning to where they evolve now. Now, this game presents a lot to it and is done very well. You start at the very bare basics of just a gas station with people who are just coming for fuel, and you might be selling a handful of things, and you quickly ramp up into all kinds of crazy little things that you can do, from lockpicking cars to expanding into a working car garage, to employing new employees, and all kinds of things in between that helps set yourself up to be successful in the game. Now, while you're doing all of this, you actually have to micromanage everything. It's going to feel like you're actually working at a gas station and you're managing it properly. You're going to start off kind of small, work your way up, build the different types of inventory that you can have available, and really just shine for your customers. The stuff that I actually really enjoy about this game that a lot of games don't always nail just right is this game actually has a lot of depth to it, but it presents itself in a way that's honestly pretty easy to get going into right away and isn't like over the top insane right off the bat. You can kind of work your way into things, but not overdo really what you're diving into at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. I know it's a little confusing. Now, what you're seeing here on screen is me just doing some gaming, but just to showcase a little bit of the stuff that you can manage in the game. My gas station here is already expanded quite a bit. Increase your fuel pumps. You'll start off with one basic fuel pump that you actually have to manage the fuel. Everything you do in this game adds up, and you have to really dive and work at the entire growth of your gas station. This is not going to be a game that you will complete in a very quick amount of time, but it's not going to be a game that's too overtly boring. Now, I'd say the most rewarding parts about this game for me has been the milestones when I was able to start actually employing people, and then I have to deal with actually paying employees to then task them to do certain things and actually fully micromanage everything. You think that just running a store in a simulation game would be easy? No. You have to manage stock, supplies everywhere. As you can see here, like the shelves show real-time inventory that you have, so I don't have any more tires to add to this, so we can't add more stuff, but you will start to expand out everything, and all the stuff in the game functions almost like a little mini game. When you're doing your cash register, you're actually scanning the goods, and if you don't scan things properly, you're gonna end up giving away free inventory. When you're repairing things in a car, you're actually going to be doing these kind of little mini game-esque actions. And even down to when you could see me right now, I have to unload the inventory. The game doesn't just add stuff for me. I have to unload it off of a delivery truck into whatever space I currently have available, and I have to micromanage all of that, unload it, and then I have to take all this stock and put it onto my shelves, all while trying to make sure I'm ultimately keeping my uncle happy, who's kind of given me this opportunity, and I have to fight off the kind of stigma of, things about having a gas station in this area. As you can see, there's even more stuff at this current stage of me playing, but I feel like there's even more that I can do, and I'm really excited to play beyond just this review. As you can see, I've got different areas of the gas station I can still expand, parking lot options, there's dust storms that you can have to deal with, and really just a lot that's presented in this game that is actually really fun. I've played a lot of simulation games that, kind of present themselves in a very clunky manner. This one, everything actually makes sense, has a place to be, and it feels, right, if that makes any sense at all. You are actually seeing the goods that you purchase, like these newspapers, like things actually change and are what you buy. It's not just a set stock item. If somebody buys this one can of tobacco, or I take it off and decide to throw it away, yeah, I can lose my inventory here just as easy as I had it. And it's quite interesting. And speaking of like everything to do in your shop, you have to manage, clean things, and really just take care of everything. I have to deal with the trash, or my customers are going to get upset. I have to keep things clean. It's just a lot that this game brings to the table, and it's done in a manner that just feels right, doesn't hit you too hard, but gives you that sense of rewarding. If you can keep a clean gas station, not like I am right now, where I have just footsteps and filth all over the place, but if you can manage things and keep your customers happy, they're going to come through the door, spend more money, and give you better profits. And you're just going to be constantly cycling like a real business, turning your profits to get more inventory, to continue to turn more profits, to just grow and expand. And then that expansion side of the game really comes through this kind of computer terminal that you're going to operate here that really lets you control everything. Now, all the buildings you're in give you different sections to work with. You have your gas station here that you're going to level up. You're going to have your workshops, your warehouse. Here you can track all your inventory, pitch things that aren't really selling. Um, you have the workshop where you can look at your stock levels here. As you can see, we don't have a lot of extra stuff, so that's not good. And then I can also do other things. My fuel supply is running low. You have to manage this. Let's order some more gas so that we can actually cover gas. Let's get our garbage to get empty so the whole facility doesn't smell horrible. And then managing, just like I said, the employee aspect of this game alone is probably the most relieving part. I'm at a point now in the game where I can cycle 2 employees working, 2 employees off, and that's almost like the perfect point, and you can get even more than that. Let me go here and I'll show you a little bit of some of the other stuff you can do. You can also do upgrades and features. So outside in the game, you're going to have this parking lot, which is basically customers that come into the store. So you can constantly work at and upgrade here. You'll have bathrooms, which if you have amenities, more people will come to your gas station, more gas pumps, and other things like that. And the ability to have buses show up that bring crazy wild parties. And then all kinds of decorative stuff that you can lay out everywhere. And it really just kind of expands the content that's here in this game. And really surprising to me that this game is only $20. Like, for $20, this game over delivers beyond what some games cost $60 do. There's a lot to do, and it's not a game that's like hoping you to be done in 5 minutes. It's a game that really allows you to, play at your own pace and grow the way you want, but doesn't like overtly punish you for, having to struggle or not be good at the game, or, really have weakness points here. Let's send this guy on a break so you can see a little bit of this. So like, yeah, I can send guys on breaks, do whatever jobs I want them to do. And then spread out all the workloads with all my customers. So like, this is just an example of one of the mini games. I pick up the hat, scan it, and put it in the basket, and you kind of rinse and repeat a lot of these tasks as you do everything in your store. Oh, looks like we forgot to stock, and now we're dropping all of our ice cream. Don't want to do that. So let's now stop dropping all the ice cream. Gotta restock this machine because we don't want to run out of goods to sell. And it's really just a game about micromanaging every aspect, and it really does dive deep into making you feel like you are that true gas station owner. I know I've rambled on a little bit about this, but I want to showcase and really talk about just how good this game is before I really dive any real deeper or further. As far as visuals, I love the way this game looks. Aesthetically, it fits the environment. The only real downside to me is like all the NPCs, as you can see, are quite repetitive. I wish they would have done a little more, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the same cop in my gas station like close to 2,000 times now, and it's kind of weird how he keeps buying the same stuff, and it's kind of funny sometimes he starts buying alcohol and cigarettes, and I'm pretty sure he's working. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, there's just a lot to do in this game, soundtrack-wise, audio. Like, there's not really too much of a soundtrack, and if there was by my memory, I usually turn them off in games, but that's just me. But all the audio kind of fits in. The game just feels like a perfectly well-built package of a simulation game, and it just kind of functions and, doesn't disappoint in any area that the game really has for me. As far as giving an opinion of buy, sell, pass, 100% for me, this game is a buy. I don't think there's any disappointing factors outside of just the NPCs, and, that's about it really for me. Down to even like, I've painted this gas station multiple times in my other buildings, and, a thing that you wouldn't think would be just a subtle detail, this building's been painted like 6 times in the portion of my game, and the reason it keeps getting repainted is simply because the weather. You get sandstorms and everything that wears the paint off that as you paint your building. The roof paint wears, and you have to constantly renew it. You'll have people vandalize stuff. You can have to worry about theft. During sandstorms, you can take this little excavator and clear sand out to be able to unlock more and more areas in the game. There's just a lot here to do, and to be honest, I don't really want to talk too much more about it because I want to give you the opportunity to experience and enjoy this game for yourself. Outside of that, though, you guys know my thoughts. If you want to know more about the game, you can check out the little early gameplay preview and see a little bit of what it takes. Depending on when you watch this review, we also have a giveaway going for some chances to win this game, so be sure to check that out on Twitter or on the giveaway video that's already on the channel. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and go ahead and enjoy operating your own gas station. I'm going to save my game here, and we'll catch you next time. I hope you have a great rest of your day.